Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Ringside Rants with yours truly, Just Mike. To my right, over here, we have Josh, aka Bad Karma. And to the bottom of us, we have the Smark of Strong Style, the Japanese guru, the Peroso historian, Phil. Why are you giving me the fingers? I'm giving you all these accolades. Now you're going to give me this. Really, bro?
The Japanese thesaurus.
Yeah,
Damn right.
I mean, right before we even went live, he said, dude, I just found out it was 20 years Shigo Takagi has been in wrestling. I was like, y'all ready to go live? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So before we went live,
match. Yes.
Before we went live, that is what we get from Phil, the Japanese guru, the Smarker Strong Style, the hey, by the way, did you know today is like the 20th anniversary of Shingo Takagi?
It was actually this past weekend when it happened. It was during Saturday when it happened. But it was still a great event. Him and Bushi defeated Naito and it was a friendly, exhibition tag match, It was a good match though.
Cool. Speaking of crazy things that happened over the weekend, the Irish lost, the Green Bay Packers lost.
Bears are first place.
And y'all did not look good either. So if you're cheering for that, congrats. But y'all did not look good.
I got a rant. I've been wanting to hold these rants for a while and everything, man. So,
I look at it this way: a win is a win.
I hear you. But I know you've been looking forward to this week, Phil, because Saturday was insane.
I loved it.
All right. Almost every single fucking match had blood. Am I wrong or am I right?
They went literally all out, no pun intended.
The first match on the card to the end match of the card, the lights out match. But I digress. All I'm going to say is the way we took MJF off screen, the way we took Strickland off screen. Don't know what we're going to do with Bryan Daniel. Pardon me. I just got a little indigestion. We don't have no clue what's going on with Bryan Danielson other than being choked out on live television.
Kicked out of the BCC and everything, and that was some crazy shit. That was like some shit you seen like in ECW or XPW. No. I'm going to go take you a history lesson there, Phil. And Terry Funk was one of the originators of the bag over the head and choking people out. So Terry Funk, is that a lot of people are scared about this. They say, "Oh, it's safe."
Terry Funk did it. Yeah. Terry Funk did it.
Oh yeah,
but Terry Funk didn't give no fucks. So let's just be real.
Even if it was controversial, you think AEW probably performed it. They went over this shit. How they were going to perform it and everything. They're not going to tell you the secrets how they did it.
We got a lot. We got a lot of to unload. So let's do match by match here. So let's just start off with MJF and Daniel Garcia.
Holy shit, dude! All right,
that was awesome display of wrestling between the both of them, and just the way they just wanted to hurt, the way they sold the story, and the way they wanted to hurt each other.
They just wanted to murder. They basically made you look like they wanted to end each other's fucking career.
But the crazy thing about it is, why have that as the opener? Why put that as the fucking opener?
Hey, you know what? I've been saying that for years for the way AEW books some of this stuff, because sometimes they put like the main event, the first match. I'm like, wait a minute. Dude, then the last match was a dud.
But not this
pay-per-view, but other shows that they did.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, man, that fight, it wasn't a match. That was a fucking fight. I mean, MJF got the win, of course, but at what cost? What fucking cost did he get that?
It cost him basically an injury. It gave him an injury.
I mean, didn't he do that to Daniel Garcia too? Gave him the power driver and took him out for like 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what happened? Karma's up, and basically they're trying to show you that what MJF did was bad karma.
Legit, man. Legit. And the crazy part about it, though, gentlemen, like if you think about this card, it had a lot of indie deathmatch feel. The whole card did.
Yeah. I think the only straight match was Mercedes Moné.
And that was I'm gonna be honest with you two, man. I don't know what it is, man. I want to be invested in Mercedes and I want to be invested in her matches. There's some kind of disconnect, man. Like there's something there that isn't allowing me to fully invest in her or her opponents. Nothing against Britt Baker. I couldn't invest myself in Britt Baker because
Britt Baker was taken off the card.
I don't think she had a match.
No, she didn't. She didn't have a match. The only one was booked was Mercedes and
Shikara. Hikaru
Shida, yeah. But we're jumping ahead here. So basically, the way this MJF and
there was another women's match.
I like the way they told the story. You know, they wrote him off for TV, probably give him some time off and everything. But
there was also another match that occurred between two women. It was that Chris Statlander and
we'll get to that in a second, though, Phil. We'll get to that in a second.
We're still time jumping. Kid time jumping.
So basically, like MJF got the win, and he went to shake the hand of Daniel Garcia, and he went for the low blow again, because that's how he won, was with a low blow roll up, right?
Yeah.
So and then Daniel was like, "All right, register brain, got me twice with it. You won't get me a third time," and he didn't. And then he power drove MJF from the second turnbuckle.
Oof. Yeah, it was vicious too.
And MJF just laid there. And then he gets over there by and picks him up and then gives him a kiss on the forehead. And then after he spit on him and then shoved his face down. Dude, the ultimate disrespect to MJF by Daniel Garcia. This feud is not fucking over by a long shot. By a long shot.
So is another one, but we'll get to that one.
Yeah. So, and then we went from that match to right into the tag team title match. Yeah.
That was another one that didn't have no blood in it, but yeah.
But that match just seemed thrown together. I mean, they combined a lot of story from past years and everything, you know, the blood and guts and the da-da-da-da and the blah, blah, blah. And
who was it? The Bucks for going against
Claudio and Wheeler.
Claudio and Wheeler, yeah. And I want to say it was a good match. It was a good match.
It was a great match. And there was nothing wrong with the match itself. It just didn't. The only disconnect I had in the match was we knew that they weren't going to let the Blackpool Combat Club have 5 titles between the 3 people. We already knew that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was kind of like.
All right. Yeah. That one, I was like, it's like, yeah, the Bucks are going to win. They ain't got to drop the titles on this one.
Nah, they're going to drop
the only thing I got to say about it was great. Well, I'll say it's a great match and everything, but the only thing that about this pay-per-view, besides the one surprise, but I'll get to that. But it's like, but there was no major debuts. There was no shocking news or anything or anybody showing up, and I wish they would have done something.
Well,
and the best thing about it, though, people talked about more what's going on. I liked how people talked about the controversy inside the ring than what's going on backstage.
Because there wasn't nothing backstage.
Exactly. Apparently, some dirt sheets tried to spread some shit going on that was going on backstage.
Yeah, I read that too. I was reading into that, and then it came up.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, it was called bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sammy Guevara. There was rumors saying it was Sammy Guevara and Malachi Black, and I'm just like, really?
They're using it at the show.
They weren't even on the card. Why were they even there?
Sammy Guevara was on the
pre-show. Yeah, the pre-show. He's a rare, but Malachi wasn't.
Yeah. So what was the next match after that? That was
Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, wasn't it, when the Chicago Street Fight?
Oh yeah, and I did call for Chicago Street Fight, but I just got a winner.
Dude, it wasn't even for a fucking title.
It was, yeah. It wasn't even for a title. It was just them beating the shit out of each other. And
I thought the CMLL title was on the line, but it come to find out wasn't.
They probably didn't say.
Dude, that was brutal for both of those women,
especially
Chris Statlander's split into the thumbtacks.
Oh my God! Literally, honestly, I saw that the Joey Styles came out like, "Oh my God!" You know,
oh my God, dude! And then the power bomb into him twice, and then the suplex. I mean, God Almighty, man! And then she took the dog collar. Well, I'm sorry, the rope, the bull rope, I would call it, the chain, the dog chain, or whatever you will call it, chain match.
Yeah, chain.
Dude,
yeah.
I was like, we're getting 2 matches in fucking one? Hell yes.
Yeah.
It was a slobber. As JR said, it was a slobber knocker.
Dude, it was really like, I was like, I didn't sign up for this. Dude, I wasn't ready. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? They calling an automobile mill match? What the fuck?
And also, I want to shout out to the cameraman to give him some great angles of Statlander.
Yes. And Willow. He gave some good shots of Willow, too.
Willow's pretty cute.
Yeah, she is cute.
But Statlander get a butt. And I'm like,
yeah, I know. Every night is Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
But
honestly, great match. It was like I was floored. At first, I was like, all right, let me go make a sandwich, get my pop, get my drink. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. I was like, they're starting off like that. I'm like, they're beating the shit. What? Splitting the thumbtacks? I'm like, what the?
Dude. I was
like, okay, I sat back down and watched this shit.
It was fucking good, dude. I was like going, like you said, go up and take a piss or something, man. And I was like, I stood up here in front of the television like this, like, I'm gonna have to sit back down for this shit. Because I did, dude. I had to sit back down. I'm like, damn, man, these bitches right here killing each other, bro. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Willow did some crazy shit. And I'm like, oh, this match is over. This match is fucking over. Kick out. I was like, oh, this ain't good. Like, this ain't good at all. And then Chris Statlander just went into a whole different level. Like, it was here, then Willow went here, and then Chris Statlander went, bitch, I'll see you on the other side of the world. Boom.
Through,
and it was like
awesome power bomb off the stage.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was
what the
nuts.
Fuck, dude.
That was absolutely nuts. I was like, wow. It's like that was a man. That was a man's power bomb right there too,
dude.
Not how they do with the not no gentle women, you know, but no. They slammed the shit at each other.
They wanted
the hits, the punches.
You know, apparently, I found out in an interview. I found out that that
Statlander,
not Statlander,
Willow.
One of her big inspirations why she does this hardcore match, Mick Foley.
Yeah,
that's one of her inspirations.
Yeah, that's why she showed it the way she did it for the street fight.
I mean, you could tell she's a big influence. You can never tell she's a huge ECW. Grew up watching ECW as a kid. I mean, hell,
shit. I don't think she was born when ECW was around.
Maybe at the very end.
Yeah.
Her and
Statlander.
Ruby Soho wore camouflage pants and everything, and like basically paying tribute to the Dudley Boys.
Yeah,
they've been through hardcore table matches.
Yes, and the crazy part about this whole match, in my opinion, did y'all really see the chain through Willow's mouth, yanking back?
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like Willow. She has like a sweet side, but she also has like a hardcore.
She's a Sour Patch Kid, dude. First she's sweet, then she's sour.
She's sweet, then she's sour,
and then sweet again. She's amazing, dude. She is a freaking.
She's like a hardcore version of Sailor Moon.
I can see it, but that whole ending, the way that match ended, reminded me of Shane Douglas and Raven.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
fights right there.
Whenever Shane Douglas went through fucking hell with Raven, and Raven had the upper hand and then fucking fumbled the ball at the fucking 1 yard line, and then Shane Douglas got the win. That is exactly what happened to Willow Nightingale.
Just like the Titans.
Yeah, just like the Titans. Dude, if you call that, like I said, if you call that a great win, dude, you're in for a long season.
No, not a great win, but it's a win.
Hey, our playoff hopes are shot, bro. I'll say that live now, dude. Packers, our playoff shot. Yeah, our quarterback.
All right. Next match.
Anyway, yeah. I think the next match was the Osprey and Pac, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
What the fuck, man? Even the crowd was chanting "Holy shit" and "Fight forever" and dude, and this is awesome. They were even chanting that during the Willow Chris Statlander match. It was like it was continuous. Like the whole crowd went from MJF, bang, Young Bucks came back down just a slight bit, and then Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. It was like bam, and then we hit Will Ospreay and freaking Pac, bam. It was like ding, 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 ding. Like,
yeah.
And I still didn't understand why they didn't put the first. We'll get to that in a minute, but I'm going to tell you my order I would have put these matches are not in the order they came out across. But in all, it did a thing. It did a thing.
Yeah.
And Pac, 3 poison ranas to Will Ospreay, 1 on the ring apron, 1 to the outside to the floor, and 1 in the middle of the fucking ring. Wow.
It was just phenomenal.
Dude,
phenomenal match. It's just like
Pac is the bastard, dude.
Yeah.
He's the fucking bastard. And everybody's like, I read reports like, well, WWE would never let their guys wrestle that sloppily. I didn't see any sloppy anywhere.
I didn't see any sloppy at all. The only people who complained about it was Disco Inferno and everything. Like, who's this thing for? And Brody King said, "For the sickos, bitch." And
yes.
You know what? We are the sickos,
dude. I'm going to be honest with you. That match turned a lot of people on to Will Ospreay. It turned a lot of people on to AEW. And I'm not saying they bought the pay-per-view, but did you see how many people watched that clip?
People have been talking about AEW all over the internet for the past few days now, and they're saying, are they too violent, or are there people just being fickle? I just think people are just being fickle. That's all.
Well, I'll admit, this was one of this was one of AEW's most violent ones.
They needed to do something drastic in the ring, because
they had to, because
they're tired of people talking about what's going on behind the stage. They want to do something controversy.
Well, that is like, if you remember from last year when the All In, when it happened in England, I'm not talking about the controversy. I'm talking about the just match performances. That's all I'm going on by. Was all great. Then when they got to Chicago, that's when all the shit hit the fans. But at the same time, when they did their stuff in Chicago, it was a dud. That last all in was a dud.
All Out, you mean?
All Out. Last All Out was a dud.
It fell flat, and I'm gonna tell you why it fell flat. It was because everybody was like, "What about the CM Punk situation?"
Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody was like, "What do we do? What are they gonna do? What happened? What's gonna happen?" And then whenever Collision happened the night before All Out happened, everybody's like,
"Yeah,
it's already CM Punk."
Yeah. Tony Khan came out and basically said CM Punk was fired, and it's like, and I did give Tony Khan to come out and that hot.
He had balls for doing that.
That was a hot moment right there. And
in front of Chicago fans, yeah.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there for that one, but I wasn't.
Dude, and to be honest, this All Out was insane. And don't get me wrong, All In was an insane show 2 weeks ago in freaking Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
And it was a success.
And people can say whatever they want to about this card and how unsafe the wrestlers were. Did anybody have to go to the hospital? I didn't
No.
read an incident.
No one got injured. No one
legit wise, no.
Legit wise, kayfabe wise, yes, they had to go to the
Yes.
hospital, but
Yeah.
shit wise, no. They
No.
rehearse. AEW rehearses their shit before like any other professional wrestling company. Even WWE rehearses their stuff. Like I said, they're professionals it's called professionalism for a reason. And these people,
Man, but
these people are just trying to stir pot because they don't know what the hell's going on. They're not experts on professional wrestling at all.
they're not.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it was, though, man, on this match alone between Pac and Ospreay, you seen the double sky twisters, and everybody was like, "What the fuck?" And then, bam.
And the best thing I liked about this match, it had a background story from back when they were wrestling when they were doing a New Japan Pro Wrestling Dragon Gate crossover. Because around that time, Ospreay was still in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Pac was still wrestling in Dragon Gate over in Japan. And a lot of Japanese professional companies like to do super shows. So, in that match ended in a draw.
Oh yeah.
And this was a continuation of that.
Yeah.
And this one was almost a fucking draw.
Came close to wire, but like I said, it was just an awesome technical display. It's like,
dude, the crowd erupted. I mean, erupted. Like I have never seen a crowd erupt like that in a long time, man.
I'm glad to know that they are safe back in that AEW is welcome back in Chicago again.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dude, they will never not be welcome in Chicago, especially after this all-out show.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chicago decided it's like, we forgive you for the CM Punk thing, all's forgiven.
Dude, all I'm gonna say,
I think this really saved AEW even more. I even heard they're still continuing their relationship with TNT and Warner Brothers.
But it's still in discussion right now.
I'm going to say something after this, and I love the way you said that. But they announced a couple of things, and then we'll talk about that in a second. But after that match was over with, I was like, I have got to go pee. Like, there has to be a shitty match coming up, and I was right. Hikaru Shida and Mercedes Moné.
I don't think it was Sheeta's fault at all.
Dude, it's neither one of the women's fault. Don't get me wrong, man. There's something that's a disconnect. I don't know what it is. I love the Muppet. I love Mercedes Moné. She looks like a fucking Muppet. I swear to God, I just don't remember which one it was. I think it's one of the Fraggles with like the purple hair. It's just her face.
The views and opinions of Mike do not reflect the views and opinions of Phil and Josh.
You beat me to it.
That is true. It is very fucking true. Dude,
I'll admit there's just something about Mercedes Moné. I was like, it's like you said, I can't put my finger on it, but honestly, as a match as a whole, it was good. I give it that.
It was an okay match.
Where it was on the card, though, where it was on the card made no fucking sense.
Yeah,
none.
I think it should have
honestly, it should have been flip flop with the Willow Nightingale.
I think it should have been like the second match on the card.
No. It should have been flipped with MJF and freaking Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia and MJF should have had that match on that card at that time. But I know why they did it.
In hindsight,
I know why they did it. I know why they did it because
they want to have guy match. You know, they wanted to spread it out a little bit.
Well, not just that though. They didn't want to have 3 bad instances come across all at one time. They wanted to try to share the load, as I want to say.
Yeah. But
give you 1 at the beginning and give you 2 right at the back. You know, bang bang. You're like, what the fuck did I just witness?
Yeah. But as for her match, it's like, yeah, it was. It just some just seemed off. It was, like I said, it was just a good match. I'll leave it at that. It was a good match.
That is not how we put that up there, Phil.
By the way, Dummy.
Ringside Rants, 10% off Ringside Rants at w.gg. Do not ever go in there alone until your fight nights or any of your online gaming nights, anytime, period. If you're going to work and you're like, oh, I don't want to be here today, grab yourself some fucking W energy drink, dude. Matter of fact, they got this great new flavor called Grandpa's Dentures. It's supposed to be amazing. Yeah, maybe we can get sponsored by Blue Chew. That would be even epicer. I mean, I don't need it, Phil.
Nope. Josh?
I'm just saying, I don't know why we'd be sponsored by Blue Chew if we actually don't need it. So, I mean, there it is. There it is right there, gentlemen. And that's going up. Bam, right there. Ringside Rants, 10% off. Bam. More bang for your bucks.
At w.gg.
Yes. Go in there and order you some good shit.
We need
Trust me.
I like to be a pair of GGs.
Wait, what?
The views of Phil do not reflect the views of Mike and Josh.
They do not even the least. But anyway, I'm gonna take that back down. It's in our comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Go there and check it out. Like I said, you'll love it. You'll thank us. They're amazing people. W.gg. Boom. And trust me, they have some really good flavors over there. They have Grandpa's Dentures, which is like a grape flavored something. Yeah, and they also have Dub Sauce, which is even cool too. So, like I said,
I wouldn't be surprised if the Iron Savages drink that since they have Dub Sauce.
Ah, that would be epic, dude.
Savages.
Dub Sauce, yeah. I mean, you know,
they love the sauce.
They are on the sauce. They love the sauce, and the Iron Savages are actually bear country.
Yep.
Bear country. I get it.
No, that was what their tag team was before they were Iron Savages.
They were formerly known as Bear Country. Bear Bronson and Bear something. I forgot.
Yeah, they're two big grizzly dudes that wore masks that were incredible.
Yeah, apparently they took some inspiration from the Nasty Boys, and instead of the pit stop, they call it Titty City.
It is Titty City, man. It is Titty City. You get freaky with Titty City. But as we're getting to the end of that match between Mercedes and Hikaru Shida, I fuck her name up all the time. Sorry, Miss Shida. Do not kick me in the face with a kendo stick. But that match was just like the whole bummer of the card. Because as soon as that match ended, what do we have next? Oh, I don't know. The Scapegoat versus the American Dragon.
Bryan Danielson.
It's the final. Yeah. Man, my woman was like, isn't that the final? I was like, yeah. And she goes, huh. And letting a wrestler use that shitty song? And I just looked at her and I go,
how dare you?
I said, it's not shitty in wrestling. It's not shitty in wrestling.
Not here live, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson used it because a lot of people found that song corny, and somehow Bryan made that song cool.
It was number 2 on the top 100 most hated songs in the world. Number 2. Out of top 100 songs hated, I don't want to know what number 1 was. I'm pretty sure it was probably something from AC/DC or
Video killed the radio star.
Oh, that's terrible. It was it had to be either AC/DC or Leonard Skinner. Has to be the number 1 song. It has to be the number 1 most hated song in the world.
AC/DC most hated?
Oh, come on, man. Dude, let's be real. AC/DC is a 70s version of Nickelback.
Oh, no.
Prove me wrong, bro. Prove me wrong.
Man. I will go to an AC/DC show over Nickelback any fucking day.
That ain't saying much, though, man.
Honest, I prefer Bon Scott over Brian Johnson. Their earlier stuff is better than. There's some songs I do like by AC/DC. Just I think there's.
Well, everybody, everybody says that, but you know what? They're never going to say it unless we're taking a trip to hell. You know, shit.
I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not a big AC/DC fan. I'm not a big Leonard Skinner fan. I'm not. I don't like either one of them. Even though I live in Alabama, it's nothing sweet home about this fucking shithole. All right. I mean, I'm sorry, and that could be from
Bama. I'm like, damn, that's got Gary in the mountains right there, man.
I guess they don't. I guess in Birmingham they love the governor. I know that's bullshit.
I'm just not in love with the state, dude. I'm not. I think this state is a bunch of horse manure. We don't have a lottery. We don't have anything. We can't gamble.
We got a lottery about a few years ago in Mississippi.
Yeah, and y'all have casinos. Guess what Alabama has?
You do have casinos, though.
Hey, G56 is like Kevin Hart would say, bingo. That's what we got.
You do have casinos, though, like on the regulations.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about Alabama no more. That's terrible. Fuck what I said. Anyway, but no, hear me out. Hear me out, literally. This is the whole ordeal, like I'm saying, though. Like, that Bryan Danielson match and the Scapegoat, wow. They went different levels, too. And, dude, at first, I thought Jack Perry was a little skeptic in getting in the ring with Bryan Danielson. He looked a little timid.
Oh, yeah.
And as that match went on, tables got turned.
Oh, yeah.
And, dude, how many damn psycho knees did he get to the face before he had to go take the 3 count? Yeah. I counted 4. He kicked out of 2, and then he did 2 more back to back, and then he goes.
And yeah, that was a money shot right there. I was like, oh.
He sacrificed himself, dude. Like, I was like, you fucking gotta be shitting me. And, dude, people were like, in the crowd, you see him go, oh, shit. Like, what did we just witness? Like, did he just lay down for Bryan Danielson? No. He said, if you're going to pin me, I'm going to give it to you. I'll sacrifice myself for you. That, to me, was like, there has to be a reason. And we got our reason. Did we or did we not?
With Christian Cage coming out.
Well, before that, you had Luchasaurus come out there and basically chokeslam the hell out of fucking Bryan Danielson.
I thought it was Kill Click.
Kill.
And then you see them two just looking at each other like, oh, are we getting this? And all of a sudden we heard Christian Cage coming out. I was like,
and then he walked into the ring, and then all of a sudden you see Jon Moxley, and I was like, you got to be shitting me. Jon Moxley is back with the Bullet or the Blackpool Combat Club, and he was pacing. He was like, nah. And then
the rest of the crew came out.
Yeah, after the Young Bucks already jumped Bryan Danielson, and you had Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli run them off, and they're out there in the crowd somewhere, and all of a sudden you see them jump the barriers along with Pac, and they're all 3 standing there side by side with Jon Moxley, and then Christian Cage looks at his whole patriarch family, and he goes, let's just go. And they all walk back, and Jon Moxley's like, yeah, that's right. Gets in the ring. They all raise Bryan Danielson's hands. And as soon as Jon Moxley lets go, you see an uppercut out of nowhere.
Like,
he didn't raise the hands. If you look back, he didn't raise the hands. He just, right when they raised the hands, he let go, just turned away. And then all of a sudden, Claudio, and you just see the look on Bryan's face, like, and you could see Pac holding
Wheeler.
Wheeler didn't see that first. He saw the aftermath of them starting to beat on him.
He had the bag on him, and he just punched him in the head.
And you see Wheeler just Academy Award.
Dude, Dude. He was crying, bro.
Yes. Academy Award right there.
Like, what the fuck? Like, that
but,
was
like, but I was like, I was expect. Honestly, when Moxley came out, I was like, oh yeah, here comes the turn. It's like I called it. It's like when I was watching, it's like I called it. I was like, yeah, they're gonna turn on Bryan Danielson. I was like, watch. But the way they did it, I was like, wow.
that was amazing. Like, I didn't catch that. Like, I had to rewind it. I had to watch it twice. And to hear Jim.
If you look closely, while he was doing it, it was like out of kayfabe, and it was like you could see that the bag was on his face, but you could see that Bryan actually went to the bag, put a hole in it because he was actually starting to choke. So that's why
you can see the bag came off of it. It was like right here.
Yeah.
At the end, it was like right here.
Yeah.
Because what Moxley did when the camera wasn't on him, he lifted it up like this, and then he put it back down.
Yeah.
And then he turned sideways.
But we did forget a match.
What match?
This is murder.
The 4-way match for the international title.
Man, that was another letdown. That was a letdown.
Honestly, it was a good match. I mean, it was predictable though. I was like, I didn't see what you call it dropping the title.
Yeah, Okada wasn't going to drop that title, bro. Not that. Not to the conglomeration and Takeshita. Not now. Everybody wants to see it, and they were talking about it on commentary. Everybody wants to see the match, Takeshita versus Okada.
We're gonna get
UT
versus. The question is when.
Yeah, when.
Yeah, but, I mean, dude, they already got the seed set. It's already been sowed. It's already been watered.
Yeah.
All they need to do is let this shit
burn. I have a feeling it's either going to be at Wrestle Dream or at Wrestle Dynasty.
Dude, I can even see it happening. I can even see it happening at Wrestle Kingdom.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
I have more like Wrestle Dynasty since they're not really since they're not really since Okada's no longer in New Japan, but I'm sure New Japan will probably President Tanahashi will probably make this an exception, but it'll probably be the Wrestle Dynasty or Wrestle Kingdom most likely.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I am flabbergasted that we did forget that match. Like Mercedes Moné match was more memorable than that match. In hindsight, it kind of was because everybody expected a shitty match out of her.
Well, there's another thing. Like it would be more likely a Wrestle Dynasty match. Is not only is it an AEW show, but it's a New Japan, CMLL, and Stardom show and Ring of Honor show.
True.
Yeah,
True.
It's gonna be jam packed, but that's in the far future. We're talking about
this will be AEW's first show in Japan in the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah,
dude. Talk about stadium shows next year, dude. We got 3 of them, 4 of them.
I'm thinking about
All in Dallas. That's going to be fucking huge, man.
It's like I'm thinking about going to that one because you know what? I got family out there, and I can just go crash at their place.
I got people over in Dallas too. So,
hey, why don't we try to save up some cash, some scratch, and all 3 of us show up there too?
All right, shit, let's do it. I'm down. We're down.
Same.
We're down for that. I'm down for that.
I mean, fuck. I mean, seriously, man. I mean, it's going to be a stadium show in the United States from AEW.
Mm-hmm.
The last stadium show they did here was what? The ones over in Daly's place over in Jacksonville?
Well, technically, that's more of an amphitheater.
Yeah.
That's more of the amphitheater. That's a thing on the outside of the stadium. They never really did anything except for
the Stadium Stampede.
I wouldn't be surprised if AEW does a big show at the Jacksonville Jaguar Stadium, though.
Sup, crazy bastard. Sup, brother.
Ooh.
But yeah, we didn't even go live Friday night, man, because I was in but miss you, brother. Wish you was here. You haven't anytime you went on, dude, let me know. But no, that match was kind of like it was middle of the road. I mean, now I want to see Takeshita versus Okada. Like I want to see that now. Like I want to see that. I want to see that Wednesday night.
The best thing about it doesn't need a title or anything. But anyway,
you're crazy, Bozzy.
Oh, dude, it was great.
Well, I'll get to my rant in a minute. I'll tell you my rant here in a minute. But as we get to
we got the last match now.
Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Adam Page. The only downside of this match, and everybody was complaining about the cinder blocks. I didn't care about that.
The cinder blocks were gimmicked anyways.
No, they were not.
They were not?
No, they were not.
Fuck.
Yeah. You didn't see Hangman Adam Page's back whenever it was raked across the fucking cinder block?
The one part that creeped me out is when it bust out the hypodermic needle. I'm like,
deathmatch crazy shit, dude.
Deathmatch scared of needles, and when I was a kid, I used to be scared of needles.
I don't like needles. Everybody says, well, you got tattoos on you, but you have the needles like this big. It's this big.
Yeah.
Doctor's needles that big. Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
Start up from that shit.
Unfortunately, they were.
Yeah, the cinder blocks were the cinder block was real. Not only that, the gimmick chair shot was good. I love that. I love the kill shot. I loved it. That was good. The knockout bunch. What bothered me was the actual barbed wire that had no point in this match at all. Okay, cool, no problem. Y'all heard the man. I'm sending the link.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Here we're getting our boy Bozzy here from Australia, mate.
Oi.
Bozzy.
All right, hold on. I'm getting him. Hold on.
I got 10 minutes. What was it, like noon his time, right?
Yeah, it's up there, man. It is so up there.
I think they're around the same time, and around the same time Japan's up because they're on the other. Because they're on that side.
Yeah, because it's already tomorrow. It's already tomorrow over there. So
there you go, Bozzy. I sent it to you, brother. But no, before he gets on here and then throws us all out of whack, I'll give my rant at the end of his rant and after Phil's rant. But the barbed wire didn't have no meaning in my opinion. Just draped over the cage. If you're going to bring the barbed wire, do what Edge did. Make that motherfucker the whole cage. That makes sense. It makes sense. It just a little bitty strand of barbed wire about yay long.
Or at least like a barbed wire bat like Mick Foley did.
I mean,
and the staple,
it was just like meh, it was meh. Didn't add anything, didn't take away anything. The chairs did a lot more than that fucking barbed wire did, in my opinion. But all in all, the power bomb from Swerve to Hangman was insane. The only thing was it wasn't even a power bomb.
Both of them got power bombed onto that thing.
Hey! Yes. What's up, Sam? What's up, Ozzy?
What's going on?
What's going on? So, how is it shit, my good man?
All right. Just bear with me for 2 seconds. Let me just get you in my ears.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right. I can hear you now, which is good.
Okay.
All right. Now we can't see you.
No, it's cool. Oh, there we go.
Yes, you can now.
Yes, you can now, he said.
I'm setting my shit up.
There you go.
I'm setting my shit up. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Anyway, while he's gone, it was the match ended perfectly, but the feud ain't over.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Bozzy.
All right. So just quickly, I am currently working at the moment, so I've got to. It's just going to be just very quick. There's a few things I didn't like about All In. I'm not saying that the whole pay-per-view was shit. I'm not saying that the matches were shit. What I'm saying was shit was the you look at WWE and you look at there was an article that came out in regards to how WWE or how Vince McMahon, what his thoughts on weapons and stuff being used within the wrestling scene. and why there was restrictions on some weapons being used, right? John Moxley grabbing a plastic bag and throwing it over Bryan Danielson's head and pretty much suffocating him until he was friggin' dead is not a good explanation of what you should be doing in a wrestling ring or showing that to children, right?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Terry Funk did that too in WWF days.
I understand that, but that was way before the Attitude Era, and that was way before Vince went, "Nah, we're not doing that anymore," right? That was old days WWE, right? When it was like crazy shit was happening. And these days, we've got a lot of mental fuckwits out there, especially kids who go through abuse and stuff, that if they were to see that and they hate their brother, they would grab a plastic bag and put it over their brother's head and kill him. I know I would have when I was a kid, because I was I'd copy anything that was shown to me, right? And
gotta weed out the weak somehow, you know.
Yeah. We do. But there's a better way of doing it, right? But what I'm saying is, like, some of the things that were portrayed, that Hangman Adam Page match was flipping amazing, right? I just didn't like the way it ended in regards to the needle being thrown down the guy's mouth and basically killing him with a friggin' needle, right? Like,
no, it was a chair shot. The chair shot killed him.
Yeah, there's lines that shouldn't be crossed, and those lines were really crossed megally on the weekend, and that's why I didn't like pay-per-view. So,
honestly, that was the only thing that kind of disturbed me, was because the needles. I don't like needles, even though I got tattoos. But that's, like I said, the needles are dumb.
But I will say this in regards to that needle: those needles were filled with saline solution, and it went through the jaw, through the mouth, and out over here. Like the needle was sticking out of his mouth, like right here. You know how like deathmatch, they put the syringe in and they hit the button and the saline comes out. They didn't do that because the needle didn't go all the way in. It just stayed. I
honestly don't give a shit, Mike.
I know.
Like, you don't do that shit on live TV. Like, what the F is AEW doing, man? Like, you know what I mean?
Deathmatch wrestling.
That's why I don't like the product. But they're not seen as friggin' deathcore wrestling, right? They're seen as they're wanting to be, like I was saying last time I was on, they're wanting to be mainstream. That's not fucking mainstream. That's deathcore fucking wrestling, right? If they're gonna do that, then put yourself as a fucking deathcore wrestling alliance, not mainstream, man. Like that's just, kids are seeing that shit, right?
Right, but in the defense of AEW at this, that was a lights out. AEW had no affiliation with that match.
It was unsanctioned.
Yeah, but they had affiliation. They had affiliation with John Moxley putting a freaking plastic bag over the head of Daniel Bryan. Right? It's like, if I was to watch, I didn't watch that. I'm glad my daughter wasn't in the room when she saw that. She would have freaked out.
Yeah.
Right. That it's just not good to put that on freaking live national TV when there's kids who watch this product. And I know there's kids who watch this product, and I'm very much all for mental health for kids, man. And that's just not something that should be shown, especially on primetime pay-per-views for a company that's wanting to become mainstream and beat WWE. It's just, it's not a good idea.
I don't think they're going to go after WWE. That's
all I'm going to say.
Oh, I got you.
I have to shoot because I've got to go to work, but love you guys.
We love you, man. We thank you.
Don't forget to drink your Dubby. Drink your fucking Dubby energy drink, right? And I still haven't received my fucking. You haven't even messaged me to tell me about my drinks.
About your what?
I know it's him.
Your what?
I know it's you, Mike. You fucking bastard. Anyway, talk to you boys later. Peace out.
Love you, brother.
Later, Bozzy.
Yeah, I mean, I see where he's coming from. I mean, I can see his point of view on that because of kids. I see that.
That's why it's TV 14, not TV PG.
Still, in his aspect, it should be TVMA.
Fair enough.
That should be TVMA.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with TVMA because of those last two matches and what they represented. But in the hindsight of that, what about the beginning match of the card? What about the MJF fucking Daniel Garcia? Dude almost killed the man with a power driver from the second rope.
They were trying to kill each other.
That's okay, but don't try to kill a man with suffocating him with a bag because mafia movies do that.
Or choke somebody out with a chain, you know?
I mean, this is why, I think
mafia movies do that.
I mean, it's like I said, this is professional wrestling, and this is why WWE used the PSA back in the day. Do not try this at home.
Well, they had a lot of people suing them because of that shit. People
got hurt. A lot of people got hurt and everything.
my point, though, man. I mean, you see where I'm coming from. Daniel Garcia, look, the feuds are still going. The whole Daniel Garcia MJF feud is still rolling. You have the whole Swerve Hangman Page feud still burning. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, that's done and over with." No. Long.
You gotta have one.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I have never said that, but I just said, in your eyes, dude, like I said, kids should not be witness to that. And if they are, it should have a TVMA banner on it. Because like you said, and I agree with you, it isn't mainstream for TV. It's more of a death match feel.
And that's why AEW is the alternative. That's why AEW is still the alternative.
I wouldn't consider that an alternative feel. I would consider that more of that's a line crosser, dude. Like
they have to push boundaries. I mean, it's like controversy creates cash, and they got something talking about that's going on in the ring.
Do y'all remember when TNA did the very first no rope barbed wire match between Sabu and Judas Messias?
I love that match.
Okay, do y'all remember that match though?
Yes.
A lot of people in the whole IWC were like, pump the fucking brakes. Didn't that shit almost kill Sabu back in the 90s? Yeah.
His arm open.
Why is he fucking doing this shit again?
Because he's fucking nuts.
Sabu is a homicidal, suicidal maniac.
He did it a second time the very next year against all odds. And they had it, and the North Carolina was like, South Carolina was like, nope, we're not doing that shit live. And then Florida's like, you want it? You got it. And that's what they did. They held it over at the Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida.
In the Impact Zone.
In the Impact Zone, they had Judas Messias versus Sabu again in that fucking room. And then they showed it live on the pay-per-view that night. Dude, it was fucking phenomenal. I was so excited.
I love me some barbed wire matches. I remember when he did that stuff, and he still got scars from that match when he was wrestling in Japan and that FMW ECW crossover he did. And I think he was over there with his uncle, the original Sheik, as well.
Well, also, Bozzy, I will say this too. In Australia, they do have a big viewing.
I agree. They should make it a TVMA, though. You're right about that.
But they do have a lot of restrictions, more so than they do here in the United States. And that is crazy. Like, there are certain video games that we have here that you can't get in Australia. And I don't understand that, because the games that I thought we were like the most prudish country in the world, and reading into like different restrictions and different rules and regulations.
Oh, South Korea is pretty strict on gore too.
Well, so is Australia.
But the thing about Australia is like they can.
Yeah, I know.
It's like order from the catalog right from their neighbors, you know.
Matter of fact, I used to be able to know it right offhand, Bozzy, but now I don't. Let me see if I can Google it. Here we go. Video game lists that are banned in Australia. Blade Runner. Death Smiles 1 and 2. Wasteland 3. Sludge Life. Super Blood Hockey.
Damn.
Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. South Park, The Stick of Truth. Saints Row 4. State of Decay.
That one's banned in Australia?
The abortion scene.
The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings. Risen, Shell Shock 2, Blood Trails.
I think I have that with South Park 1.
I do too. Manhunt 2, Soldier of Fortune, Payback. I mean, dude, Reservoir Dogs.
Well, I can see why Manhunt 2 is it's pretty. It got censored here in the U.S. because it almost got a rated A.
Adults only, yeah. Phantasmagoria. I love me some Phantasmagoria. Overturned. The ones that have been overturned here recently. Postal 4, No Regrets. No, I'm sorry, No Regrets. Song of Memories, Hell Pie, Rimworld. This is DayZ, We Happy Few. Outlast 2, Hotline Miami, not Hotline Miami 2. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was banned and then it was overturned.
Which one?
Are you kidding me?
The original or the newer ones?
The newer one. It was 2009. I'm sorry, 2011. And then Fallout 3, The Punisher, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
The Punisher?
Yeah. Duke Nukem 3D from 1996 was overturned. And it was originally banned because of sexual violence, later released uncensored with an MA15 plus rating. So, yeah. And I'm not saying there's anything bad.
Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Duke Nukem 3D is a pretty good game. It's a classic.
They're just rated R. See, that's the difference, though. What I mean by here, let me show you what I'm talking about, Bozzy. Here, I'll just go ahead and do this. Here, it says a list of games that are banned in list of banned video games in Australia, and why they're banned. Like Death Smiles 1 and 2. It was really 2007.
Blade Runner.
Oh my God!
You read that, right?
Yes.
That's why it was banned.
I could never even play Death Smiles 1 and 2. Thank God.
Well, I bought them because they came with a faceplate for the regular Xbox 360, and I didn't even know none of that. I'm glad I didn't ever play the game. I just kept the faceplates because they look cool as shit.
Man, hell, if they had that cool shit in there, I would have played the damn game.
Banned because of interactive sexual activity involving a person who is or appears to be a child under 18. Mary Skelter finale.
Okay, well, not that. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's all kinds of crazy
shit. I didn't see the child under 18 part. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, this right here is Australia's rating system. Like, I didn't know none about this. But I knew they had a lot of banned games, like right here, South Park, Stick of Truth. Sexual violence involving minors. There's censor scenes involving the underage main character getting anally probed by aliens, giving an abortion and receiving one. A version was released replacing those scenes with a card of a koala crying, humorously explaining what has been cut.
That was pretty funny.
Wow, I wish I would have had that version. Because I got the actual version and I was kind of traumatized.
I saw that part.
So you're traumatized too. See, I wish I would have had the koala. See what I'm saying? Different things, man.
Our government's fucked. Also, what do you think of the debate today?
No politics.
No politics. No politics.
No politics. No politics.
Nah, don't care. They're both pieces of shit, in my opinion. There we go.
There you go. End of politics. That's it. That's
no politics.
Yeah, we don't do politics. I hate politics.
Politics suck.
Yeah, but no, and there ain't nothing against that though, Bozzy. I mean, seriously, dude, if you think about it, your government is a lot more harsher than ours is, and that's good. and it makes y'all a more.
Well, the one thing I do know about Australia is they are not politically correct.
No,
they on their mind. And I like that. I wish I could go to Australia now because I would be so there. Because I tell you what, it's like I like speaking my mind. It was like if someone there looked like the best way I describe it is how Gabriel Iglesias described Australia. Is basically it's like you go to a country and they don't give a care about your feelings. And I was like, it's like he went on the beach and they're like, hey, help me get him back in the water.
We'll call you a C word even if we don't know you. Yeah, you're damn right, dude. We'll call you a cunt if we don't even know you. See, that's awesome. And I love that because, but also you have like 20 or 30 different creatures that'll kill you before you even get off the plane. So, So that's the other downside of Australia.
We definitely don't.
So while we have you here, Bozzy, explain to me about this spider that y'all basically have like a dog that gets huge and it lives in your house, basically. Is that a true thing, or am I just overstepping or running with a TikTok thing that I shouldn't be running with?
I still got to say my rant eventually.
Oh, yeah. You're going to say your rant. I'm just curious about the spider thing. I know y'all seen it. Things like a big ass spider that lives in people's houses and shit.
But all the pay-per-view, I give it an 8.5 out of 10.
You gave it a higher rating.
That's bullshit.
Oh, that's bullshit. Okay. So you gave it a high rating as well. I mean, I gave it a high rating, but I didn't give it an 8.5. I gave it a 7.5 because 2 matches out of the whole card, and this is another downfall of AEW's pay-per-views. They're fucking long as hell, dude.
What the heck is a drop bear?
Oh, yeah, drop bears? Yeah. And koalas all have gonorrhea, don't they?
You complain about AEW's pay-per-views being long, dude?
Dude, like I said, I'm going to save my rant. I swear to you, you don't want to miss that shit. Trust me.
Well, yeah, but it was to me, it was a very solid pay-per-view. Honestly, I thought maybe AEW killed their Chicago market, but obviously it didn't. So I was very surprised at that. My take was
they was saying
like usually all the other past all outs had special, like new people were coming into the company, a debut. That's what I was looking forward to, is like somebody debuting. The only thing really shocking was the betrayal of the BCC, but I kind of called it when it happened. I was like, watch, I didn't know the way it was going to happen, but I called it that it was going to happen. But in all, I would give it like between a 7 and 8. I give it like a bit. I'm right in between that, but it was a great
like a 7.5, like a 7.5.
Yeah,
that's what I gave it. I gave it a 7.5 as well, and Boz gave it a 6.5, and I understand the reason why he gave it a 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
But here, I'll let you go ahead and get your brand out of the way, Phil. Go for it.
All right.
Let's get it this way.
Wait. These 2 rants that are coming up are sponsored by W. Get your W energy drink at WGG. And
Ringside Rants,
promo code Ringside Rants, 10% off. Go ahead.
All right. Well, my thing is, like, I'm just glad that for once that they're trying. They basically did this because they're tired of people talking about what's going on behind the scenes. Oh, AEW's dead. They're blah 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 blah. Well, fuck them. They proved they saying as long as you talk about AEW, they're living in your head rent free. So all these trolls and everything, you guys are just gonna complain for no entire reason. I'm glad you're talking about it, whether it's good or bad. Controversy creates cash, and I'm glad. I'm glad they create controversy because they're tired of the bullshit about CM Punk. They're trying to get past that. They won back the Chicago crowd this year. they're making a comeback, especially with Shane McMahon helping out. The Burning House segment, they're bringing back great storytelling, and I'm tired of all these people just like hating on it. There's like you barely don't watch it at all. That's it.
You ran over?
Huh?
You ran over?
I mean, you're talking about you're giving them power by just talking about them. They're in your head rent free. At all, like I said, AEW is here to stay whether you like it or not.
I love this. I love the way you went. I'm gonna piggyback off your rant a little. So the rant I have is basically why and do or do we not trust AEW?
I do.
Do we not? No. Hear me out. I'll let you rant. My rant. Mine is do we or do we not trust AEW? And the reason why I say that is because every single wrestling fan that paid, watched, participated in anything online about AEW All Out, number one, what Phil just said, if you actually put something out there on the internet universe, you care. So the people that do not care are the ones that just read and move on. That is getting slimmer and slimmer every single day. Look at 2 years ago. CM Punk was in the company. Everybody was like, boom, CM Punk's here. I was one of those people of, let's wait and see. A year later, boom, CM Punk's no longer here. And a lot of those fans that were AEW diehard fans, that were CM Punk fans, left too. And whenever they left, they're like, oh, fucking AEW sucks. They can suck eggs. They're terrible. They're going to fall within a year. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. Boom. A year later. Now we're back at All Out. We're back in the Windy City. We're back on pay-per-view. And at the end of that card, because I didn't watch the card live. I'll admit that. But I went on Twitter and I seen every single post about AEW All Out. Like what Phil said, oh, I can't believe they went with this train wreck. Oh, I can't believe they almost committed murder on
people even tried to send a petition to cancel AEW.
And then there was another one I read is, did you see the spot where Swerve Strickland took a chair shot and a syringe to the face? Not only that, but then he got power bombed onto a cinder block. Are they trying to basically glorify murder? And I'm like, and I read these remarks and I read everything. And then my whole time, my sick and twisted brain was, are you not entertained? That's only thing I could think of was, well, you're talking about it, so you had to be fucking entertained. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm appalled. No. Appalling is watching Jeff Hardy wrestle Sting and inebriated out of his fucking mind. That right there is appalling. That right there should have fucking things said about it on TNA. Quote me if I'm wrong. That shit was a train wreck. Now, fast forward from there, we get this shit on television. I'm glued to my seat. And at the end of the fucking pay-per-view, I'm sitting there going, did that just fucking happen? What did I just witness? Did I just witness a murder? Do I need to call 911?
And then I had a Boondock Saints moment. I'm like, I can't believe that just fucking happened.
I know, right? They did what the fuck? That's exactly how I said it. That they did what the fuck? Because I was like, I couldn't think of any words. They did what the fuck? That's exactly how it needs to be rephrased, and that needs to be on a shirt worldwide. They did what the fuck? Because that's exactly what happened.
People want an attitude era moments. Well, what do you expect? Puppies?
This is an attitude era. This is a renaissance.
This is a pro wrestling renaissance era we're at. It affects both AEW and WWE.
No, fuck that. This is going big. And if you didn't see in the description, this right here has a lot of implications on a lot of people I'm fixing to talk about. This has to do with Rob Black. This has to do with Brett Lauderdale. This has to do with Billy Corgan. This has to do with fucking TKO surroundings. It has to do with Tony Khan. All of those people I just named have a to-do in this renaissance. The two big ones, TKO Holdings and Tony Khan. Why are they the two big main factors? Because they're the two on prominent television. The other ones, the reason why they're relevant, I don't know. Watch All Out and you tell me why. Because a lot of that shit is done in XPW and GCW. Some of that shit's done in NWA. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what I'm saying, though, is it's a renaissance, because if you're taking shit from beneath you, from the lower etchings of the earth to the deathmatch beds of the world, and you bringing that shit to prominence, like Bozzy said, you're putting it on deathcore wrestling onto a prominent television show, or you're doing to the other people that are below you, supposedly below you, you're giving them thank yous. Because you just gave them flowers without telling them, hey, thank you. Because you don't need to tell them thank you. You just did it by showing gratuitous violence that they're showing everybody else on a weekly or monthly basis. And then you give it to them on a weekly basis. Thank you. You don't have to tell them thank you. You just told them thank you by showcasing it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a great thing for wrestling to do, because you always show, what is the word I'm looking for? You always show great gratitude, no matter how far above or below the person is above you, about to sound like Porky Pig over here, above you or below you. So my thing is, as much as I want to say, that shocked me. It hurt me and it appalled me. All I can say is, fuck, I was entertained.
Hell yeah.
And then on top of that, I went and I looked at all the backstage reports. Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland are back there saying, great job, dude. I couldn't have done it without you. We put on a hell of a match. Are you hurt? Well, I'm a little banged up, but what is expected in that type of match? Or do you need to go to the hospital? No, man. You just need a couple of days rest.
They even had a media scrum as well, because they were like,
yeah,
they're banged up.
Huh? They're all banged up. That's why. That's why they're not doing the media scrum.
Well, and everybody was like, well, there's got to be some reason because of backstage conflict. I didn't read any backstage conflict. I tried to read into a report.
They're working. Tony Khan is working the press.
Oh, dude. All this is right now is a media stronghold. Everybody wants answers, and he's got all the questions.
He's not telling shit people are just gonna have to stay tuned and find out what the hell is going on.
He's not controlling the strings anymore. If you listen to John Moxley, this isn't your company anymore.
Yeah,
so
I can't wait to see how that's going to turn out Monday. No, tomorrow, Wednesday.
So
tomorrow night, you're gonna have to stay tuned and see what the hell is going on. That's
now I want to talk to y'all about Shockwave. I don't know if y'all read the reports or heard the rumors. Remember me telling y'all about Fox?
Yep.
WBD and all that stuff. Yeah, that could possibly happen. But remember me telling y'all about Fox and how I know this
rumor about them might be signing a deal with Fox.
FS1 is now going to have at least a program of actual AEW. It's been announced.
I'm assuming it's going to happen right after.
Fox lost a lot of viewership after it loses SmackDown. Everybody knows that. And people are like, no, man, they're not going to. And there's a lot of people, I'm so glad WWE is leaving Fox. It didn't do nothing but hurt their program. Yeah, you're right. Cool, whatever. But FS1.
WWE actually helped out Fox a lot.
But hindsight 2020 is this. Did it? Because all they did was basically water down WWE even further than PG. It was rated G almost. I mean, you couldn't say shit. Holy shit chants were blurted out. Anything that was remotely even considered a bad word, bleeped out.
Well, they do that. They do that in AEW when they can catch it.
Very rarely. Dude, there's been more GDs and shits and fucks on AEW television and pay-per-views that I can shake a fist at. WWE programming? Yeah, about that. The biggest word I heard them say in the past 5 years is bitch. Oh, I take that back. The Vince McMahon puppet said, "Isn't that some good shit?" No, that was some good shit.
Good shit.
Yeah, that was like the coolest thing that happened on. That was at a WrestleMania. And that was like Bray Wyatt and John.
Even had devil horns too, kind of fitting him.
Yeah, kind of did. I guess Bray Wyatt knew what the fuck he was talking about, right? But my whole ordeal was, or is, that all of this taking place and people sitting here putting their finger and shaking their finger and da 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 da.
But like I said, AEW on Fox. I mean,
not Fox. FS1.
Fox Sports One. It'll be on cable, so they'll be able to get away with a lot more shit.
Ah, okay. But then again, who watches FS1?
I don't know.
You'd be surprised a lot of cable people do.
Josh, you're lagging, bro.
Am I?
There you are, dude. For once, it's not me.
Yeah, no shit. Josh, you're lagging like a motherfucker, bro.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Okay, I'm looking at YouTube as well. So
like I was saying, though, you know, you're giving AEW power just by talking to them, whether you hate it or not.
I agree. But I want to bring up another fact here. I'm fixing the Google thing.
Yeah, I'm lagging like a son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Can you guys hear me at least, or?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you, Josh. But
hear me.
Try resetting it.
Hey, gentlemen. As of September 10th, 2024, NWA Sawayne has, I repeat, has sold out Front Row.
Damn.
They have sold out Front Row. Ain't that awesome? Give them a round of applause, man.
There we go.
Yeah, fucking right, bro. Fuck.
Anyways, I guess apparently I found out Zack Sabre Jr. wants to not have his championship match at. He wants to have it somewhere before Capital Collision. He wants to defend it at King's Quest.
I'm okay with that.
All right, here, let me log out.
If he wins the championship against Naito.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, dude.
I guess I reset it. Nah, I'll be on top and he'll be on bottom.
Wow. Wow. That wasn't a gay joke. I don't know what is, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just fucking around. But no, when he gets back, I will give y'all another thing, a little tidbit of information that I have that has just come across me. I think it was last night when I was sitting out here doing some other research on some stuff. There he is.
So, what was your rant again, Mike?
Basically, just piggybacked off of you. Basically saying that, you know, you're still lagging, bro.
I still lagging?
Yeah. You sign off of YouTube and see what happens. Not sign off, but close it. Oh, now you're not lagging.
I'm not lagging?
No, you're not.
All right.
Very minimal. Very minimal.
I just need to keep moving around or something so the camera keep up with me or some shit.
No, you froze. You're freezing.
Am I freezing?
Yeah. So like me, I'm moving around, ain't I? Am I moving good?
Yeah.
Moving good.
Like I'm looking at the camera feed to like the StreamYard. Is like I'm looking at myself normal, but also like I got on the second screen, I'm looking at YouTube, and I could see it freezing every once in a while.
Yeah. Take yourself off YouTube.
All right.
Close your YouTube channel. You don't need it. Why do you need it? So many people were watching us. You're one of them. We don't have many people watching us. Now you're not lagging.
There we go. Am I not lagging now?
No, you're not lagging now.
Oh, apparently Conan goes off on Juventud Guerrero's latest comments.
Wait, what?
Apparently Conan's going off goes off on Juventud Guerrero's latest comments on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, who really cares about me?
I love Juventud. I don't know.
Everybody loves
juice, man. Hoovy juice.
Yeah.
But I just think Conan just sounds more like a grumpy old man now.
But How do y'all feel?
No offense to the guy. I love Conan for what he was. I just think he's kind of a grumpy old man now. He's basically an old man who goes to clouds now.
How do I feel about what, Mike?
How do y'all feel about AEW being on Fox?
On Fox?
On Fox Sports 1. It's cable.
Well, if it's just the cable, then it's going to be all right. But if they're looking to go like on, well, my Fox channel will be channel 32 up here. If they're doing like a nationwide Fox, it's like, I mean, the good part is we'll get more wrestling and less talking.
True.
Oh, speaking of which, Sammy Guevara is wrestling Ricochet tomorrow night.
Ooh,
that's gonna be a banger.
That's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be really good.
They're both high flyers, so I like to see what the hell they could do. I'm definitely. Some guy says I've been waiting 2 years for this to happen.
And
we
y'all
did
hear about
Ricochet for Sammy.
And y'all did hear about WWE
Sammy's gonna cook. Well,
anyway, I did hear about WWE Raw going back down to 2 hours, right?
Yeah, I heard about that.
A lot of people are like basically, oh my god about it. Like, oh my god, I didn't know that was coming. I kind of seen the writing on the wall.
Well, then they had to finally got to keep these promos short. No more 30-minute rants, which I will give credit. The WWE, I actually watched Raw yesterday. No fucking promo right in the fucking beginning of the show. It went right into the
a match.
4-man tag, man. I was like, what?
And as much people want to say, oh yeah, WWE is smarter, you know, that's an AEW playbook. That's an AEW move.
They usually go right to a match in the beginning.
Oh, it's very rare that it happens.
So
very rare.
WWE did that because it's like they're getting talked about. We need to do something.
Yeah, they need a lot less talk, and they need to cut. They need to cut these promos down. I mean, these 30. Like there was one time, I think I timed it. It was like 24 minutes.
That had to be the judgment day.
Yeah, it's like wow. It's like you could have
had. Remember when the Rock did like a 40-minute promo? It was no commercials at all, just for 40 minutes, and matches got cut because of that bullshit.
Yeah, I remember one time there was what was it? It was like what is tomorrow going to be?
Wednesday.
9/11. There you go. It was a 9/11 tribute show. It was a 9/11 tribute show. I remember that. And Zelina Vega had a special costume because she had a match that night. She had a special costume made because her dad died in 9/11.
Yep.
And everything, and they cut her match out of it. I was like, wow.
She was that led to her not being happy with WWE for a while, and they let her go after that.
No, that happened after she got let go. She got let go because she didn't want to get rid of her Twitch account.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it was because of that.
Yeah, like apparently Vince didn't like it when AJ Styles was ranting on his Twitch and everything about the Good Brothers being released, and Vince decided he wanted to take control of their Twitch account, and also because of that, WWE now owns Up Down Down because they control their social media, and that's one of the things I don't like about WWE is like I don't like the fact they basically like to own you.
So I have a question. You watch Raw? I didn't get a chance to watch Raw. I was working all last night.
Yeah, I watch Raw.
So did they even have anything to do with the New Day and the Killer Cross faction at all?
Oh, just like a brief moment. I mean, obviously, they didn't address what happened to what you call it because
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're still going to go with the breakup or not, because another plan got scrapped. Well, I think the next week they're challenging for the titles. So
what titles? Who has the titles? I thought Judgment Day had the titles.
Yeah.
New Day's challenging Judgment Day for the titles?
Yeah, because they're going to go for the titles again. And they didn't do it tonight because was it Finn Balor was wrestling? God, who did he wrestle?
Damien?
No, Rey Mysterio.
No,
it was just a good. It was a good match actually. Very good match.
Well, I mean, Ray don't put on terrible matches, and Finn Balor is Prince Devitt for a reason.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Ray.
Well, New Japan Pro Wrestler Ren Narita sustains injury due to miss, and because of that, he will be missing the Sendai bout.
Okay.
Yeah, Ren Narita, who was scheduled for the action on September 11th in Sendai, sustained an injury to his right arm in the September 9th Road to Destruction event in Cork and Hall and will not be able to compete. We apologize for fans. We're looking forward to seeing Narita wrestle and appreciate your understanding. Following changes have been made to the night's card. Shota Umino versus Injado versus Ren Narita. Oh, wait, that was canceled. The third match is Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toru Yano, and Bolton Oleg. He's awesome, by the way. You guys check out Bolton Oleg.
He's good.
He's from Kazakhstan. Very nice. I'm sorry.
I know some Lucha Libre stuff is coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna try to catch a show next week with like 3 stars from 4 stars from 4 female wrestlers from AAA are going to be there.
Oh yeah, Ryusuke along with Tahashi and Yorgano Oleg going against
CMZ or CMLL?
CMLL, yeah.
Or is it CMZ?
CMLL is
or like that one show that they put on with Matt Riddle.
Oh, that's I want to say that's triple. Oh wait,
no, it's not triple A. No, it's not AAA.
Then it's CMLL. Then, yeah, it's CMLL.
I think it's CMZ. I think that's what it is.
Oh yeah, it's Hiroshi.
Well, anyways, that's coming up in November, so I'm definitely going to go to that.
I'm sorry. So how are y'all still up for Carnage Cup, or what's going on?
Oh yeah,
Carnage Cup. Like I said, I'm just going to be going back to work. Even though I got like a week's worth of time still left, I'm probably going to have to use it for like the end of the year. Because that's usually when they start shutting down. And it's like, that's the only, and I need to get paid for like days off.
Understandable.
I was like, as much as it's killing me, as like, I was looking forward to it. But if I would have went back to work this month, then I would have said, yes, I would have been down there. But I'm still behind on bills, man.
Okay.
I was looking, like I said, I was looking forward to it, and I don't see myself going down, man.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right, as I was saying before that match, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toru Yano, Ryusuke Taguchi versus Evil, Yujiro Takahashi. You know him as the Tokyo Pimp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dick Togo and Show. Yep, Dick Togo from Kai and Tai. He still wrestles.
Well, I mean,
you're laughing, aren't you, Josh? Dick Togo.
Dick Togo.
Choppy your pee-pee.
Or as some people call it, Dick to go.
Dick to go. Yeah. He has so much dick he has it to go.
Oh God, he's a great heel and everything. He's like there's Dick choking people.
Yeah. Man, I always like showing yo and Show.
Yeah, unfortunately, well, Show is a heel now. He's with the House of Torture with Evil and them.
Yeah.
They were good. I also remember when they were in Roppongi 3000 along with
Rocky Romero.
Rocky Romero, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, the Roppongi Vice 3000.
Yeah. Roppongi Vice 3K.
Roppongi Vice was him and Trent Beretta.
Yeah, which we all know Trent's out for the foreseeable future because he's injured again.
Oh yeah, and also I think there's another one.
MZW, that's what it is, and it is CMMO.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, and also I got some bad news. Kuniki Kobayashi, New Japan Pro Wrestler, passed away today.
Mecha Apocalyptica.
Yep.
Who passed away, Phil?
Kuniaki Kobayashi passed away.
Okay.
He was one of the biggest rivals of the very first Tiger Mask.
Oh, I got you.
Kobayashi Maru, like Star Trek? What the
hell?
Well,
will you stop?
Did you hear about tonight the Bloodline Ruins tag title match in WWE NXT Invasion?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Let's you'll be very missed amongst the pro wrestling fans, especially me, the smarter strong style.
And then tomorrow, I'm glad we're doing this tonight because tomorrow me and Phil have a real high chance of having some hurricane force winds coming towards us, Josh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's a tropical storm right now, but
it's tropical storm my ass. It's gonna be they're saying it's gonna be a category 2 when it hits land.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn, you got no basements, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's going to be from what I understand, her name is Francine.
Queen of Extreme.
Or, the American Dad's wife. I like the Queen of Extreme, Francine.
Francine is awesome. But as what Josh said, rest in peace, Kuniaki Kobayashi.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Kobayashi happens to be a Japanese name that was part of that Star Trek simulation, and there's also Kenta Kobayashi. In Kenta's last name is Kobayashi.
Yeah.
The reason why he goes by Kenta so he wouldn't get him mixed up with Kenta Kobashi from All Japan Pro Wrestling and Noah. That's why he just goes by Kenta, all caps, because in his eyes, lowercase are for pansies.
Yep, and also Kenta's amazing.
The Avenger,
and he hates CM Punk.
I like the picture he took with him and Jack Perry at that pay-per-view.
So good.
It pissed me off CM Punk fans, and I fucking loved it.
I was listening to an interview with Drew McIntyre, and he was explaining the photo with him and Jack Perry. Apparently, they just met at an airport.
That's how most wrestlers do meet.
Yeah, it was like they were just catching a flight, just happened to be there, talked for a minute, took a quick picture, and he's like, then all of a sudden that photo blew up at 49 million views.
Yeah,
that was lovely. It was It was beautiful.
And dude, what they don't tell you is Drew finally got that call. Why did you take that picture with that piece of shit? And Drew probably went, 49 million.
Who said that?
No, I'm just saying that would have been funny if that would have happened.
I think WWE told him to take it down, though.
I'm pretty sure he'd been like, suck my dick.
No, he did delete the photo, though.
Who? Drew did?
He deleted it off his Instagram, did he?
No.
No, dude.
It's still on?
Yeah.
49 million views? I'm like, shit.
Well, I think it this way. A lot of WWE and AEW wrestlers are friends with each other. I mean, look,
there's a photo. I think you're the one who posted it, Phil. Between 1997, you had WCW guys on one side and WWF guys on the other after they worked out in the same gym together.
Exactly. I mean, they're all friends. I mean, even at Owen Hart's funeral, a lot of WCW guys went to Owen's funeral.
Yeah, because they're friends. They're friends of the family, man.
Or trained.
They are. I mean, Chris Jericho was trained by Stu Hart. I wouldn't be surprised to have some ECW wrestlers like Lance Storm there, because Lance Storm was also friends with the Hart family. I mean, he was
trained by them too.
He was trained by them too. I mean,
in the dungeon.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who don't understand that man was a patriarch of technical wrestling. Like, without Stu Hart being the owner and of the Hart family dungeon, there would not, we would not have some of the most cerebral people out there that were doing some of the most technical shit. Jericho, Benoit,
Lance Storm,
Bret Hart,
Davey Boy Smith,
Owen Hart,
Jim Neidhart,
Dynamite Kid, yeah.
And the list goes
on. His grandkids.
Yeah, I mean, the list goes on.
Who's the one that's right now? I know somebody's out there that says it's
Ross. Ross Hart.
Yeah, it's like the last of the Stu Hart dungeon training.
Oh, that would be Teddy Hart. That would be D.W. Smith, Natalia, and T.J. Kidd or T.J. Wilson.
Yeah, it just sucks that Teddy threw his career away.
Teddy's a fucking nothing against Teddy Hart, man. I think. Let me put it like this about Teddy Hart before he gets. I mean, everybody knows he's fucking crazy. He shit his career away before he even had a career. Like, he pissed it all away before he even had a career. Like, and people are like, nah, that ain't true. It's highly true, because how can you be so disrespectful to an industry that trains you to be all this great person in wrestling and all this stuff, and then you shit on it every chance you get? And he's like, oh, I don't do that. Fucking dude, you smoke weed and you train people to live in your house, and the way you train them, you haze them to death by making them go buy you weed so you can get high, and then basically almost kill people by training them. Yeah, I think you're a shitbag.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know what else people can say, but yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Now, another idea I've looked at is if AEW goes to FS1 in a surprising deal. It ain't really a surprising deal if it lands, but what would really shock the world is if they landed on Amazon.
That would be interesting.
Netflix has WWE. Amazon gets AEW.
Shockwave free, but you know.
Shockwave. I mean, think about it though. I mean, how many people would watch it on Amazon compared to
FS1? Yeah,
FS1 or WD or TNT or TBS? And even Tony Khan, he's even come out and said that he's going to continue his relationship with Warner Brothers Discovery. He said it in numerous interviews. He keeps saying
up,
and
Lenny!
And all that stuff, dude. Like, it's a thing. It's 100% a thing. Like, they're going to stay there. Everybody knows it, but in what capacity? And from what rumors are having and circulating around is that AEW is going to have a third show on there. And it's rumored to be either some kind of reality TV show, which I really fucking hope it's not.
No, they tried that already. It didn't work.
Yeah. Or they're going to bring Ring of Honor to WBD, which I think will be smart as fuck. Because if you bring Ring of Honor to the family of the Warner Brothers Discovery family, that to me is.
Speaking of Ring of Honor, I think the face of Ring of Honor is obviously yours truly,
Mark Briscoe.
Not Mark Briscoe. I'm talking about Athena.
Yes and no. I'm gonna say why I say yes and no to that. Athena is the longest reigning champion in both AEW and Ring of Honor. But she don't defend that title except on main cards, like the Ring of Honor pay-per-view specials or matches leading up to the pay-per-view special. You know what I mean?
She used to defend it constantly back when she was in AEW, wrestling in AEW Dark and everything.
Well, that was And she's held it for like, 516 days now. Well, I mean, it's been some crazy ass numbers.
I remember when she won it against Mercedes Martinez.
Speaking of which, who is also a phenomenal wrestler, and I wish her whatever she's doing, I wish her to be gracing our television sets more often.
Very underrated. She was also trained by Booker T as well. In fact, a lot of Ring of Honor champions were trained by Booker T. Also, Roxanne Perez from NXT, the current NXT, she was the first ever inaugural Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. They did have the WOH championship, but that was a different title, though.
Women of Honor?
Yeah, the Women of Honor. That's when Ring of Honor started testing, see if they could bring in women. I think that was like
they had Daisy Hayes. They had
Anna Kimura.
Yeah, they had a lot of good people wrestling for that title. They even had Emma wrestle for that title, or I'm sorry, Tennille Dashwood. I'm sorry.
Yes, that was just a waste of time for her to go back.
I'm not going to waste my thoughts on that whole ordeal. And did Natalya show up last night on Raw?
Yes, she did. She showed up in a 6-woman tag. It was like
it was forgettable, wasn't it?
And yet she was signed with
her name is like Shayna Baszler and the squad. I ain't gonna say it.
So it was forgettable.
Going against was it what's that Puerto Rican girl's name?
Zelina Vega.
Zelina Vega and I forgot the other girl name. And there was supposed to be a mystery partner, and there was Natalya that showed up. It was an all right match.
Was it forgettable?
Forgettable.
Yeah, it was in Canada. So guess who won?
Natalya.
They did announce for Bad Blood, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Hell in a Cell.
I knew it was going to
happen. Everybody was going to get that, dude. Everybody knew it. But it's going to be the final nail in the coffin. And what people are, well, I will say one person, Mr. Ango himself, check out Ango's show live, noon Eastern time till whenever he decides to cut his stream. He's live. He thinks that he even predicted it will be a Hell in a Cell match, but he also predicts that Seth Rollins is going to interfere, costing CM Punk the match and giving Drew McIntyre the win, hence leading up to the next feud for CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, which makes sense.
Yeah,
it makes sense. And
he was supposed to fight somebody too, ain't it? Because he was getting into arguing with somebody there. Because he was going to start.
Oh yeah, Bronson Reed.
Yeah, then all of a sudden that didn't happen. I don't know what the fuck happened there. So,
but I think it's going to happen.
Do you think they're wasting Natalya, even though she was signing with WWE?
Yeah.
I think she could have took a chance and went to AEW or something. I
think she would. I think her. How do I want to say this without sounding like an asshole to WWE? I think she's done everything she's done and capable of doing as far as the WWE wants her to do. Yeah. Because
I agree.
All they want her for is her name. I'm being 100% honest. Without her there,
name, and they probably just paid her a lot of money than what Tony Khan would have offered. And
no, I disagree. I'm gonna tell you, this is what I feel, and I could be wrong on this. If she would have went to AEW, then that means they have no more ties to the Harts. They have nothing. They can't use.
They do have Legend contract with Bret Hart, though.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think Bret Hart's going to do it. Well, maybe now.
He has a Legends contract with WWE.
Yeah, until 2025.
That's why they wanted to keep Natalya because of her family.
Makes sense.
It's greedy.
It makes sense. It ain't greedy. It's look
what left of pro wrestling history they have, because a lot of the best pro wrestling is over in the other company.
Well, everybody knows that, Phil. The best roster in wrestling right now is AEW. Everybody knows that. There is no complaint saying, "Oh yeah, WWE has the best wrestlers." No.
They have the better actors.
They have the better actors, and AEW has the better wrestlers. I mean, hell, All Out showcased the better wrestlers. I mean, I hate to say this, but it's whatever everybody wants to take away from the Swerve Strickland fucking Hangman Adam Page match, as much as they want to take away from it.
As long as they talk about it, it's never going away.
Yeah.
I mean,
as long as they talk about the controversy, how outraged they are, it's not going to go away. It's going to live rent free in their heads.
And then you have, on the same aspect, WWE going, "Oh yeah, but they're throwing shots at us." Not anymore. They haven't thrown a shot at y'all in over a month. Since Shane McMahon showed up with Tony Khan, there hasn't been a shot thrown. They don't need to no more.
Well, that one's still up in the air. What it is, he did an interview about it. He said we met, we talked about wrestling, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. So the promotion is not yours anymore. This company is not yours anymore.
Well, we're gonna see how that angle plays out. Like I said, I'm
stay tuned tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, for AEW Dynamite. And also,
I don't think that we're going to get any clarity on that at all.
It's probably not for a while. This is going to be some. I have a feeling
they got to put the
storytelling right here.
They got to put the term. They got to put the Blackpool Combat Club out there. They're going to answer for this. They got to. I mean, they can't hold that shit out.
Like I said, Josh, long term.
I don't expect no debut.
I expect a debut, not tomorrow night, but I do expect a debut soon. And it's going to be a person that sides with the new faction that's being brewed. And I'm going to be honest with you, gentlemen. I'm not sold on Marina Shafir. I'm not sold on her in-ring work. I'm not. I mean, she was not the weakest 4 horsewomen at all, but she was weaker than. Yeah, but she was weaker than Ronda. She's weaker than Shayna. Wait, what?
Long-term what?
Long-term storytelling. As I was trying to say when Josh kept.
Oh, you're good. Long-term storytelling. But yeah, I get it. But at the same token, though, Marina Shafir isn't the strongest wrestler out of all 4 of those women. And then the 4th one was
Shayna Baszler is the best out of Ronda.
Oh yeah, 100%. She just re-signed with WWE. It was it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't say her name. I can't remember.
Jessamine Duke.
Jasmine Duke. Yeah.
Jessamine
Duke. Yeah.
Oh, she didn't do shit. All she did was run in.
She went. So did Marina Shafir. And she's made Roderick Strong.
Interference for Shayna Baszler.
And Marina Shafir's made Roddy. What's her excuse of not being a great wrestler?
Actual talent.
You think she could learn better from her husband, Roderick? You know what's crazy thing, though? I remember in Ring of Honor, Shayna Baszler accompanied Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish back when they were in Red Dragon. Man, Bobby Fish shot himself in the foot. Where is the lie?
I like Bobby. I've always liked Bobby Fish.
He shot himself in the foot when he said, "I'll go to war with Triple H." Why else do you think he was released? He wasn't re-signed.
Well, I mean, all his buddies left and went to AEW. Why wouldn't he?
He went with AEW, but he tried to re-sign with AEW, and well, he was
shot himself in the, he did. What did he do? He shot himself in the foot for something. I forgot what it was.
He said, "I go to war with Triple H."
Yeah. Like he has Triple H's back or some shit. And they're like, no, and then he went to TNA. And
he basically was dick riding Triple H and everything, and Tony Khan didn't like it, so.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is. But anyway, gentlemen, I don't have any more news right now.
You want to do another match?
Oh, no, man. I'm not in a match type of mood tonight, man.
Me either, brother. Me either. I'm not even going to lie. I'm tired, bro. I'm really getting sleepy. But it was awesome, gentlemen, tonight. And now a lot of people showing up, but, you know, we're about to say sayonara to the bad guys. But we do thank y'all for showing up. But, you know, if you're not listening to us, you're not watching us.
You're doing life wrong.
Yeah, what he said. And we're not just food for you to eat, man. We're
food for the ears, baby.
Yeah. And All Out this past weekend, it'll make you go, they did what the fuck?
Like literally.
Literally.
They're literally what the fuck.
And it was glorious.
It was glorious. It was really, as Robert Roode would come out there, glorious. That was a great song. That was like the best entrance music they could have ever gave anyone.
Yes.
And
I got to see it live one time, man. And it's like before they called him up to the main roster, I seen a NXT pay-per-view live, and it's like and that was probably one of the best entrances I ever seen.
Dude, that was a phenomenal entrance. He's a great entertainer. I love Robert Roode. But gentlemen, it's been awesome. It's been a pleasure. It's been an awesome pleasure to having both of you on with me tonight. And it was a great night. We got to see Bozzy with us. And I enjoyed his opinion on how he viewed things. And I can agree with some of them. Some of them I don't agree with, but that's where we are, though. I mean, that's why we're all have our own opinions, and we're all individuals. And, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all don't agree with everything I say, and I don't agree with everything y'all say. But at the end of the day, that's what makes us fucking awesome.
That's right.
Wow. And today's the 31st anniversary of the X-Files.
Man, you are completely out there in left field with these things, man. That's awesome and everything, but not wrestling related, Phil.
Man, the ADD is kicking in.
Just messing with you, brother. Just messing with you. I love you, dude. I love that about you. So you're not just about wrestling; you're about everything geekdom. Love it.
I'm a nerd. I'm basically the human nerd encyclopedia nerd, but I also like to go by the smart or strong style. I don't know. I found that badass. The Japanese guru I do not go by anymore is dead.
Oh, you killed it. So you are you reinventing yourself from not the historian of Perosu, whatever that was?
Well, you kept calling me, you hated it, so you kept calling me guys. So there's something simplistic.
Japanese thesaurus, you know.
Yeah, for real. The smart strong style.
Japanese pro wrestling thesaurus.
I like this one though. I like the smart and strong style. I guess I'll let you reinvent yourself with the smart and strong style. I will actually call you the smart and strong style. That's actually pretty nifty.
Until Chris Jericho's himself again.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you will. You'll turn yourself into the other tree. Not the learning tree, just the other tree.
It's like the Japanese bonsai. Yeah. the learning bonsai.
Love it. Love it. Gentlemen.
Anyways, kind of more of an onomatopoeia, though.
I don't want to pee on you.
The views of Mike do not reflect the views and opinions of Phil and Josh.
No, I agree with Mike in this one. Anyways, this episode of Ringside Rants is brought to you by W Energy Drink. Go to w.gg, get your energy drinks filled up with it. Use our promo code Ringside Rants, 10% off all gas.
And you'll love us. You'll thank us. You'll want more of us. I feel like Billy Ray Cyrus.
There you go.
There we go. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in and checking us out. We do appreciate you. We do love you. We will see you next time. And all on that note, hold that thought.
Oh, yeah.